Welcome to the ACE Project, brought to you by the Literacy.io team at Texas A&M University. I'm your host, Ashley Stack, also known as Captain Comprehension. We are so excited you'll be joining us on this reading journey and hope you and your child enjoy this time together. So get comfy, rev up your brains, and get ready to think, because we are ready to help you become a comprehension detective.
Welcome back, Super Readers. My name is Captain Comprehension, and I am here to guide you as you become a comprehension detective. Welcome to week 28 of our podcast. As the start of school creeps closer, I hope you will enjoy First Day Jitters by Julie Danberg. The beginning of the school year brings about different emotions for everyone. Some people are excited while others are very nervous. Today, we'll read about Sarah and work together to see if she is able to solve her problem of not wanting to go to the first day of school. Before we begin, let's go over some vocabulary that will help us better understand this passage. Our first term is tunneled. Tunneled means to have dug a passage through something. A synonym or word that means the same would be burrowed or dug, and an antonym or opposite could be filled or covered. Here's an example of something that was tunneled, as well as this one. In our story, it will say she tunneled down to the end of her bed. Our second term is clammy. Clammy means unpleasantly moist and sticky. A synonym or word that means the same would be damp, wet, or sticky, and an antonym or opposite would be dry, parched, or warm. In our story, Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. All right, comprehension detectives, let's read the story. First Day Jitters. "Sarah dear, time to get out of bed," Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. "You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you?" "I'm not going," said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. "Of course you're going, honey," said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. "No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school," Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. "How can you hate your new school, sweetheart?" Mr. Hartwell chuckled. "You've never been there before. Don't worry. You liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet there." "That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard, and I just hate it, that's all." "What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming." "They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me." Mr. Hartwell sighed. "Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes." Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled to the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. "My head hurts," she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. And then they were there. "I feel sick," Sarah said weakly. "Nonsense," said Mr. Hartwell. "You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton." Sarah slumped down in her seat. "Oh, Sarah," Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. "There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go." She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. "Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day," she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. "Class? Class. Attention, please," said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, "Class, I would like you to meet your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell." So I so hope that you enjoyed this story, and now you understand that even the teacher can be nervous on the first day of school. So what is the text structure of First Day Jitters? Not going, don't want to, new friends, everyone is nervous, don't worry, gushed, love your new school. These were all clues that helped me to understand the text structure. Use your text structure bookmark and talk to your reading partner to figure out the text structure of First Day Jitters. Ask yourself, was there a problem? Was it solved? Were there two or more things compared? Pause your video now to discuss. When you're ready, press play. Welcome back, Super Readers. It's time for us to write our main idea using the text structure. I identified the text structure as cause, problem, and solution. So now, let's use our easy trick for writing our main idea. We'll use the sentence stems the cause is, the problem is, and the solution is. Pause your video and discuss what you think the main idea of this story was. Hey Super Readers, here's what I wrote for my main idea. The cause is Sarah is very nervous about starting at a new school. The problem is Sarah Hartwell doesn't want to go to school. And the solutions are Mr. Hartwell says that she is needed at school, the principal tells her not to worry, and she meets her new class. How does your main idea compare to mine? I bet you are right on track. Now it's time for us to take our main ideas and extend them into a summary. Here we go. If we think back to our main idea, we said the cause is Sarah is very nervous about starting at a new school. The problem is Sarah doesn't want to go to school, and the solutions are that Mr. Hartwell says that she is needed at school, the principal tells her not to worry, and she meets her new class. So, what's a detail that we can add to the cause? What about a detail that goes along with our problem? With our solution? Pause your video and discuss your ideas with your partner. When you're ready, press play to see what I wrote for my summary. Hey Super Readers, here we go. The cause is Sarah is very nervous about starting at a new school. Sarah is afraid because she doesn't know anyone and worries they won't like her. The problem is Sarah Hartwell doesn't want to go to school. She tunnels under the covers and says she's not going. The solutions are that the principal tells her not to worry and she meets her new class. After all, she is the teacher. Okay, Super Readers, we have one last task. It's time for us to infer. Remember, when we infer, we take clues from what we read, we add it with what we already know, and we're able to draw a conclusion or make an inference. So, what can we infer? Why was Sarah so nervous about starting school? Based on the information in the selection, what can the reader infer about why Sarah's hands were cold and clammy? Pause your video and think about these questions. Discuss them with your reading partner. Thank you so much for joining us this week, Comprehension Detectives. I hope you enjoyed reading First Day Jitters and that you have a fantastic school year. Remember, we can all be super readers. This is Captain Comprehension, signing off.